Now listen carefully and answer questions 11 to 16.
Good morning everyone and welcome to Hobson Park. What I'd like to do today is give you a bit more information about the park's history and attractions. Well, the first thing visitors notice is how green the park looks, with examples of plants from the native forest found in different parts of the country. It helps that we certainly have a good water supply here because of the lakes in the hills outside the city. And the whole area taken up by the park was once a volcano, so the soil here is really rich. You should remember that this area is also important to the Maori people who lived in New Zealand before the Europeans did. 2 chiefs from this region met at the village that was once built here to stop the wars and make peace after years of fighting. One of the chiefs went on to become the first Maori king, and a memorial has recently been built to celebrate his memory. The modern city which surrounds this park was founded when Governor Hobson met with local Maori leaders in 1840. When planning the city, Hobson kept back 200 acres of land to be a public reserve, and this became Hobson Park, established in 1842. The first gardens within the park, which today people enjoy for their traditional European design, were developed in 1860. Another old feature is the duck pond. It was originally a source of fresh drinking water for the town, but isn't used for this purpose anymore. Nearby are the formal gardens, which were established for testing how suitable foreign plants might be for New Zealand's growing conditions, whether they could survive here or not. And an unusual historical attraction is the Iron Bridge, which was actually made overseas and shipped here in pieces. As you walk around the park, you're sure to notice the many artworks. The City Council is committed to public art and has made a great deal of space available for artworks in the park. All of the statues and sculptures were gifts from local residents who use the park. The intention is that these artworks can be enjoyed in outdoor natural surroundings, in contrast to the City Museum in the centre of the park with its more formal displays. Now, a word about the Temperate House, where you'll find the best collection of local New Zealand plant species in the country. Some of these specimens are very old and date from the age of discovery when European scientists first arrived here. This collection is particularly valuable because a number of these plants today face extinction in their natural habitats.
Before you hear the rest of the talk, you have some time to look at questions 17 to 20. Now listen and answer questions 17 to 20.
OK, well, what I'd like to do next is tell you about some of the less well-known places in the park. So, if you look at your maps, you'll see that we are now at the Wellington entrance, right at the bottom of your map. Now, a visit to the plant nursery is a must for all gardeners. It's easy to find. From the Wellington entrance, you go straight on and past the museum on your left. Then you take the little road on your left that leads to the winter garden. At the end of the road, you'll see the nursery just opposite the winter garden's entrance. Those of you with dogs should go to Pine Tree Hill, where your dog may run free off the leash. It's first left from the Wellington entrance and you'll see it on your left, just after the George Street entrance. Now, anyone interested in unusual sculptures should visit the Eagle Fountain. Head up past the museum, and once you've gone past that, take the next road on your right and it's just down there. Finally, if you need refreshments, you can get something to eat and drink at the food kiosk. It's up past the winter garden, just opposite the entrance to the car park. Well, now, if anyone has any questions, I'll be happy to answer.
That is the end of part 2. You now have 30 seconds to check your answers to part 2.